Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Y.A.F here, finally, with episode 2 of Rocket Reels Reviews. And today we are reviewing KaalRajya, Law of Napoleon. Yeah, it's uh, finally stayed up till 4:30 watching the show and jotting down my points. So start off with some, you know, I kind of was kind of feeling things out last episode. I didn't really delve into, the story or like cast and all that stuff. I kind of did. So for this one and going forward, I'm gonna do that. We got the story. This is the setup. In a mystical kingdom ruled by honor and power, a brave wolf warrior rises to defend his land against a dark and mysterious force threatening to destroy the realm. As armies march, ancient powers awaken, and betrayal spreads across the kingdom. The young hero must embrace his destiny to protect his people from a ruthless enemy driven by vengeance and destruction. Cast in this one, you're not gonna like this one, guys. I don't either. It's gonna be definitely one of the main points in this show. You'll see, and that is the cast is AI generated. Yeah, yeah, that's right. AI generated. Um, the makers of this one is we got Karani Shan. I'm gonna butcher this name. Karani Shan Bog is the producer, and then the director is Hiride Bat. And yeah, let's just delve into this like I did last episode, episode by episode. Okay, so we get the first episode, and the opening shot shows a castle, and then pans to the forest, and we see a giant. Like it pans over from the castle, and there's a forest, and then it goes into the village, and then we see a giant wolf statue. I gotta say, this one's animated, not live action, like the Black Widow, the Curse. Um, this was good, and it was amazing. It sets it up nicely, and this statue is awesome looking. Like it's really cool. Um, People of the kingdom aren't too happy with our hero. Um, yeah, they're mad, and we'll see why in a little bit. Our hero's name, by the way, is Viraj, and he's not happy that they're not happy either. He is sad. And then I was like, and then they started throwing rocks at him. I'm like, damn, they're throwing rocks at him. What did he do? What did he do? So what did he do, guys? That was so bad. Um, Also, um, so far the AI voices aren't too bad. Let's hope it stays like that. Yeah. And then he starts crying. He's really not happy. I just got to know what he did. I got to know, guys. Got to know. Um, and then we get an intro. Like, oh damn! Like they gave us an intro for this one. That's awesome. Um, Also, the music I've noticed is compared to Black Widow, it's huge. Mind you, this still sounds, I will say, stock a little bit. Like it's not like the greatest music, I will say, but it's definitely compared to Black Widow the Curse, where it was just all over the place. This one is amazing. Just absolutely awesome. Then we get this like shot of him in the castle area, and yeah, I just love this overlooking shot of the castle and the bridge, and then there's like this purple smoke underneath the bridge, and it is pretty. Purple's my favorite color, and that it's nice. Also, probably foretelling for sure. Foreshadowing, sorry, not foretelling. Possibly. And then we're introduced to an elephant character, has a staff, so I'd guess she is his advisor. Yeah, Viraj is the only one that I really know the name of, so I'm just gonna give them names. This one is Elephant Advisor. Um, Also, maybe magical too, Oracle-ish kind of thing as well. And also, I love the character designs. It looks awesome. It's amazing so far. Yeah, the character designs are unique for each character, and then there's other characters where it's just kind of like copy paste essentially. But with a show on Rocket Reels, I would assume that's not a big issue. I would say. Sorry, guys, it's late. We get this a sweeping shot from the castle to inside the forest, and we get this like beautiful shot. It's like kind of like we're on the ground looking up almost at the top of the forest, um, of the night sky and then we see the night sky through the trees, and it was beautiful looking, very nicely animated, awesome. Our hero is now Viraj is now leaving his kingdom, and I mean I would too if my people were throwing rocks at me. Honestly, I would too. Don't blame you, bud. Don't blame you. And then the wheel just randomly falls off. Like, there's no rock it hits. Like, he's on a wagon with a horse-drawn carriage and the back wheel just boom, it explodes right off, right off. Like, it just randomly explodes. And the horse was black. And then when it runs away, it's now brown. Um, so lots of magic, lots of magic. And then we see him kind of in the mud. And like I said, for a cartoon show, this mud looks like photorealistic. Like it looks great. Kind of weird though. And you'll see going forward that this is kind of like a clash of styles, I would say. And then now our hero's mad. And oh snap! And then he grabs this dagger on the ground, and he's going to stab himself. Like I my first thought was, isn't this supposed to be a kids show? Like, right? I'm pretty sure. And then he's stopped by a bird who's dressed as Napoleon. That's, I guess, what the law of Napoleon comes in. So yeah, and that's the end of that episode. So overall, nice setup to the show. Um, but yeah, and then yeah, and then the AI voice kind of gets lazy here, as Viraj and Napoleon have the same voice. That damn AI, man. Literally episode one, I'm like, man, the voices aren't that bad. Yeah, I was like, oh no, it's AI, it's gonna be crap. And I was like, not that bad. And then we get to episode two, and it's just like, okay, so it's not bad, but it's lazy. And then we get a flashback to 3 months ago. We get answers to the questions we had in the first episode. Why was his people pissed off with him, quite frankly? So we're going to get the answer to that question. And then we see that wolf statue again, and it's awesome. Every time we see the statue, it's awesome. It's amazing. I love it. And then this one we get the intro, the theme song in the intro credits. Like they are pulling all the stops in this one, guys. And then Viraj has powers, a multitude of powers. Um, yeah, and then the combat looks all right. It's not terrible. Um, it's it serves its purpose. It's good. It's not bad. It could be better, but it's not that bad. And then Viraj starts shooting lightning from his eyes. So yeah, he's got some pretty crazy powers for sure. And then he doesn't fight other. He's like it's like a training fight with I think it's the tiger and a lynx cat. And he doesn't find this fight amusing. He yawns, guys, like me right now. Like he is not amused, and he's probably tired because he's probably thinking like, why am I doing this? I mean, with his powers, of course. And then he snaps his fingers, and then he just sends the lynx cat soldier flying. So Vraj is pretty. They're sending it up. He's pretty OP and quite badass. Um, and his powers are very dynamic. You'll see his powers kind of almost just kind of he just gets new powers with no explanation, just because it serves him at that particular moment. It seems. Anyways, and then this deer comes up and made a clay statue or rock statue. How nice. Yeah. And then Viraja just kicks it and breaks it. So he's kind of a dick. We're already seeing maybe why his people aren't really happy with him. He's like, yeah, I got powers and I rule this kingdom and eh. The deer is sad that Viraj smashed and destroyed his life's work. And then we're at the end. We are introduced to Viraj's queen. Yeah, and that brings us an end to episode 2. Then we get into episode 3. Um, Viraj enters his throne room and in this like wide shot of the throne room just gives me Game of Thrones vibes, and I was just thinking like maybe inspired. And then his this he has this big green wolf design throne that looks just really cool, really awesome. And then the wolf banner, so his banner of his kingdom, it literally just looks like the Stark banner from Game of Thrones. So yeah, they're just full on, just we'll take that, we'll take this. Yeah. And then a distressed cheetah warrior runs into the throne room. When I say he's distressed, I mean he runs and he falls on the floor and then somehow is still moving at the same speed he ran in. Him tripping doesn't slow him down. So he's distressed, obviously. um, and Varad just he's just casually talking with him and drinking from a cup. Like, and the funny thing is before this, there was no cup. He wasn't drinking, and then all of a sudden, this cup just comes out of nowhere, and now he's just drinking. So I'm thinking like it's just not one of his powers. He just conjures up whatever he needs or wants at that particular time too. Kind of like how his powers change depending on. I'm getting a little ahead of myself with that one. I'm just gonna stop talking about that, and you'll see later on what I mean by that. And then the cheetah warrior, we get this close-up shot of the cheetah, right? And we are now met with live action Lion King level of photorealism with this character. And I'm like, okay, so all the way up until this point, it was cartoon, like 3D and like Disney 3D animated, right? Now we're met with live action Lion King photorealism. So okay. And the funny thing is this cheetah didn't, when he was running in, wasn't photorealistic, kind of cartoony, like maybe with a little like realism there, but not much. And then the close-up shot just goes full on, just like CGI photorealism. And we'll get a lot of that, unfortunately, going forward. That's not the end of that. That's like a running theme with this show is that style changing numerous times, and then and yeah, it's yeah. So and then Viraj gives the cheetah this look and like this evil look, and I'm just like, okay, Viraj is the hero, right? In the story, it told us this young brave hero, destiny to save his people. Are you sure we're talking about Viraj? Is there maybe another character you're talking about? That might be. And then we just keep going back and forth from this cartoon style to photorealism, and it's just jarring, to say the least. It's just like, like you just can't get used to it. You're just whoa, oh, okay. And then the close-up shot of the cheetah talking with Raj, also on that note, he's so he came in like kind of straight talking, so like this, right, straight, but he's talking to Raj like this on an angle, like he's not talking directly to Raj. So Raj would be over here, he's talking here. So who you talking to? And then we get the intro as well. And then we have a black leopard coming in with his hyena henchman, and I'm like, well, hyenas. Um, on the note of Lion King, hyenas are evil, so these are the bad guys, right? And I think it's a black panther, not a black leopard, but yeah, I don't know the distinction. I will say this: I don't know the distinction between the two. I will admit my stupidity on animals. And then we get this like shot of like people, like the bystanders in his throne room. They're kind of like his audience, I guess. There's this little bunny with his mom or her mom or whatever. And if you look at the bunny's fingers, it's like hair up here, right? Up in this area. And then just like this down, just the fingers. Kind of look like human fingers. And it was like, whoa. Whoa, that's kind of freaky a little bit, like freaky deaky, man. Like that's weird. Why do you get human fingers? Many of the questions that we'll never get an answer. And then there was this cartoon, like it was like his maybe right hand man or something like that. It was a cartoon tiger warrior, and now he's looking photorealistic. And now at this point, I'm just like, okay, what the hell is going on with this animation style changing all the time? And I'm like, oh wait, AI did the voices. Yeah, that it all makes sense. It all makes sense now. AI's behind this, right? We got that in Black Widow: The Curse. Some of the CGI effects were AI. think that's the case here with this one as well. They created all the designs and then just kind of, and then the AI just kind of ran with it and just willy nilly does whatever frig it wants every episode. Um, and now the golden goblet that he was drinking out of is just a clear wine glass. Dude just has a new glass now. And I'm just thinking Viraj's powers are just getting out of hand. All right, I'm already fully understanding why his people are mad at him. His ego and powers are so big. The dude is just changing, spawning drinks out of nowhere, and then just changing the cup that the drink is in as well. Just Jesus. Instead of just going, man, this AI is out of hand. Um, and then as he's drinking the wine, he's kind of got this like smile on his face, and I'm like, are you? You got this clearly angry and evil Black Panther, leopard, whatever, in your throne room here, in your kingdom, and you're just like, whatever. It's another Tuesday, pal. And then we get then he says something, and then finally Viraj is taking it a little serious, and we get this pro wrestling stare down, and he flashes his lightning at this Black Panther, and then the Black Panther just kind of runs out of the throne room like a scared little girl. Bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Episode 4, guys. Episode 4. And now, and then we get this wide shot again, kind of like the one we had back in episode 1 a little bit. And the moon's in this one, but the moon, guys, is red, which means something bad is coming, which could be Viraj as well. But yeah. And now he's drinking from a different cup. It's a jeweled golden cup, and I'm just thinking, how many cups does this guy have? He's got a golden one, just a normal golden one, a clear wine glass, and now his golden cup with jewels all over it. Like, do really you can't just have one cup? You need 3? Wasteful, man, wasteful. You're just dirtying dishes. Also, they're in the war room right now, and they are planning an attack. And I think he pointed to what it said on the map is the Red Army's camp. Red Army's camp. Nice, nice. Red Army. Is there a blue? Red versus blue. Elephant Advisor doesn't like this at all. I like this is where the Oracle thing comes in. I think kind of for the elephant kind of is maybe like sensing this isn't good. Something's not going to be happy. And Tiger Warrior isn't happy with Viraj about planning this fight, and probably because Viraj made this happen. Right? It's his fault at the end of the day, right? That this fight probably is even happening. Just judging off of his previous behaviors at this point. um, and then Viraj just kind of spills the wine all over this blue river, and I think we're foreshadowing some bloodshed. I think he's literally like, we're gonna turn the blue river. We're gonna run their blood through the rivers or something. I don't know. Enter generic line that fits that what I said here. And now they're marching. It is wartime now, baby. Yeah, that bloodshed, it's happening. It's happening. And then we see this evil Black Panther, and I'm giving them the name of Overlord Black Panther, is overlooking Viraj's army. Yeah. And then intro time. Um, and then the music they play over the theme song, which is over the intro, which is the theme song. Or no, they play this like this badass. It's not the same intro song. They play a different song, and it's like a badass epic song, and it just sets the tone of the following scene perfectly, and even the scene that came before it perfectly, which is amazing. Which makes you think they probably should have just, instead of having a theme song, just do that every episode, so you kind of get the idea of like what we're getting into a little bit. And then a black cloud comes over and out of nowhere and just conjures a an army out of thin air. So I guess Raj isn't the only one that has some weird some weird powers here. And this black cloud thing has red eyes all over it. It is just unnerving and creepy, and that thing is going to haunt my dreams tonight, guys. It's gonna haunt my dreams for sure. And then now they're fighting. It's time to fight now. Let's go. And then we see the Overlord, Black Panther, overlooking the army, there, and he's got a chessboard there. And then there's a red fox there, so I guess he's playing chess with them, I suppose. Very interesting. And then the earth opens up. Just an earthquake just splits the earth open, and then inside the earth is spikes for some strange reason, and they've and they kill some of Raj's men, and then they get spiked, dude, and just blood goes everywhere, and I'm just like, okay, this is not a kids show. This is not a kids show at all. And then, of course, it's raining arrows, and people are dying left and right, and Viraj's men seemingly retreat. And then we get this shot of Viraj just watching one of his soldiers with an arrow in his throat and blood just spewing out of his throat. And I'm just like, yeah, definitely not a kids show for sure. And then another one of his soldiers just gets just beheaded. His head just gets chopped right off. It's like, whoa. And then Viraj isn't really proud of himself watching all these people die. He doesn't seem happy with himself. And he probably just should have listened to Tiger Soldier. Maybe this wouldn't have happened if you just listened, friend. If you just listened. Then we get to episode 5. Tiger Soldier gets close into Raj and telling him, and I get the vibe of he's going, "I told you so, bro. I told you. I told you. I told you this was going to happen, man. Pick a fight. You get the consequences, and unfortunately, your men are the said consequence apparently." And then Raj just gets mad. He ain't having any of that. He's like, nah, bro. Not at all. No, that's not. No, just no. And then they play the intro with the theme song, and it doesn't fit here. I guess the intro's just got an intro, I suppose, but like like I said previous in the last episode, just have the theme song for each episode be different so it sets the tone of the episode itself, like just saying, just. And then the tiger soldier starts fighting him, and he's kind of badass. And then then the combat just gets amazing, just awesome. The combat just picks up, and it's just amazing. A lot better than the training fights. It's fight, and the war continues. I thought they retreated, but no, they didn't. They certainly did not. And then this elephant warrior is just taking dudes out left and right, just laying them all out. And and then Viraj isn't happy with the cheetah warrior for some strange reason. He just kind of gets mad with him. And then the elephant um, warrior literally hits the ground and just spikes, just come up and just takes out the a whole squad of bad guys, man. Just taking them out. And now Viraj is using his lightning powers. And I'm thinking about time he contributes. At this point, he's just been watching his men die. Now he's like, oh yeah, right, I got powers. Let's use them. Uh, and then he just creates this huge tornado, and I'm just like, but wait, isn't that gonna kill your people? And he decimates the entire battlefield. So yeah, he did kill his own men there. And yeah, and I don't think the Tiger Warrior doesn't look very pleased with Viraj about that. And then I'm thinking the Overlord back Black Panther here kind of won and lost at the same time. Like he lost, but he also won because some of Viraj's men, a lot of his men, if not his whole squad that he brought with him that day, that to that war, died from his huge tornado move. And now into episode 6. Viraj is celebrating the fact that he killed his enemies and his own soldiers. Okay. I can kind of see why people throw rocks at him. I'm just thinking, isn't he supposed to be the hero? Not much of a hero here. And then he just randomly kicks a bowl of grapes. Like that's super wasteful, dude. Eat the grapes. Why kick them? What was the point in doing that? Really, what was the freaking point, guys? Um, yeah, so Viraj here just kind of they're celebrating. And then one of his soldiers, injured soldiers, come in. He pours wine on him. And then just starts yelling at him. And then there's just like little deer holding bread. It is sad watching that ordeal. And Tiger Warrior is he's pissed now. Like, he's not like, now he's just like, okay, like, dude, F off. Like, get the F out. And then we get the scene outside, a bunch of soldiers outside, and a black cow just kind of kills them all. Just kills them all. Seconds. And now Viraj is with his queen. And then we cut to fireworks celebration. Let's go. Let's go. And the little deer is just looking up in awe. Kind of scared a little bit too, maybe. She's still traumatized from watching her leader yell at a dude that was injured and just pouring wine on him. I mean, I would probably react the same way too. I'd be like, "Ooh, fireworks," and I'd be like, "Eh." But which is exactly how she kind of did. And then we get the Overlord Black Panther just kind of like just overlooking the village. Um, he made it through security. Did we miss something here? How is he just there, seemingly out of nowhere? And then he shoots an arrow at the castle, and the Overlord Black Panther is getting his revenge on Viraj. Mm, I am thinking about maybe cutting in the episode breakdown here. There's just so many. Um, yeah, so the show just kind of leads into showing us what led to him leaving, which is like pretty much him being this arrogant king figure, and just yeah, decimating the entire field, and then starting fights seemingly and killing his men at the same time. He then betrays the tiger warrior. He shoots lightning at him, and then Napoleon kind of like stops him from killing himself. And then Viraj gets a little angry with him, probably because he's like, "Who are you?" kind of thing. Shoots lightning at him, and he just dodges it like it's the Force or something. And then he starts training him like Yoda. So yeah, Jedi powers probably a yes. This is Star Wars canon now. And then so him and Napoleon just kind of team up, and then their whole thing is, I think, getting revenge on Overlord Black Panther. Oh yeah, Viraj's queen dies too because a soldier comes in and he uses his powers and then cracks the roof and it falls on her and kills her. So really, he kills his wife, and he's the hero. Yeah, yeah. And then we get all these flashbacks. So that's another thing. As soon as we are introduced to Napoleon, he gives us these flashbacks, and we see Napoleon as like real Napoleon. So Napoleon in the show is a bird, but we give these flashbacks to the past, and we see him as a human. We never find out. Okay, it's boggles my mind. It gets mad that it never finds out that how he became a human. I'm just thinking. So this is just a history lesson. He's just giving us history lessons. We then get introduced to some new characters. We get this monkey comic relief kind of character. They get teamed up. They go to this bear, and then the chief of the bear tribe gets a hammer, and it looks like they're gonna fight, but then they don't, and then they become friends, and the monkey goes from being scared to then being happy. And we find out that Napoleon has powers of his own. It's words, and he teaches this to Viraj too, because we see Viraj use the power of words, starting with the bear, to be on his side. And then him and the bear, and then Overlord Black Panther starts a fight at the bear tribe. They fight it out. They win. And then we get a rebuilding the village tribe thing, whatever. Like we get a tribe rebuilding the tribe village thing. And then they do some more traveling and low key attacking. We also find out that the Tiger Warrior is with Overlord Black Panther as well. And then we get this scene so when they first encounter each other, which is before they get introduced to the monkey. I got ahead of myself again. Tiger Warrior throws Viraj into the water, and the animation of him falling into the water literally looks like someone just like points, like you point and click, like the click and drag, like someone clicked on him with the mouse and then just dragged him into the water. Yeah, instead of going by episode, like I do have points for each episode, but I don't think I'm just gonna directly read them. I'm just gonna have them as like points as I get through. And then like starting in like about episode 14, the voices get very robotic, and then of course the going from cartoony to photorealistic, that happens. The monkey even changes designs later in the show too. Like he looks like this, and then he looks like this. Monkey has this high pitched voice at one point, and then for one episode he's deep voiced, and then when we see him again, he's got his high pitched voice back, but his design is completely like he looks completely different. So it's like, okay, cool. He sounds how he did, but now he doesn't look like he did. Like the AI is just all over the place with that. And then we get this like this history lesson where like Napoleon, I guess, is teaching him like strategies and stuff like that. And I guess one of them is writing letters to your bad guys. So now Viraj is sending letters to Overlord Black Panther, uses this gerbil, and I'm like, okay, so I can't believe that Black Panther, Overlord Black Panther, has a gerbil in his company. Like, okay. um, and yeah, and then at the end of the episode, Overlord Black Panther is writing a letter to Viraj as well, which I found hilarious. And then episode 17, we get this like Viraj. The whole show had this cartoon look to him. Now he's getting the photorealistic treatment. Like, what's going on here, AI? Like, he gets the photorealistic treatment now too. Not even Viraj, the main character, is safe from your clutches. Yeah, and then so they get this like they ambush the bad guys. The monkey hops on one of the hyenas and just kind of just the hyena runs, and then he falls. The monkey didn't hit him or anything like that. He just jumps on him, and then the hyena like kills himself for some strange reason. Viraj returns home, and everyone's just cheering. And I'm just like, wait, what? Weren't you guys throwing rocks at him? Now you're now you love him. I'm confused. What did he do? He left. Then he came back with new friends. And then Overlord Black Panther gets the help of Red Dog, is his name. And then the wolf soldiers and bear soldiers are fighting, and then this is where Viraj uses the power of words to bring them together. And then we get this montage, training montage, and the fight essentially begins. They're fighting. Um, Napoleon turns into a small bird that's on Viraj's shoulder. Also, on the note of Napoleon, he's introduced to us as a humanoid kind of bird, and then for a lot of episodes, he's just a normal bird. Okay. Yeah, and so then we get this like big fight. We get a Dragon Ball Z style fight between Viraj and Black Overlord Black Panther, and then Black near the we at the end of the one episode he gets this black goo all over him. Then the next episode we find out he's an egg now, and then bursts out and he's this evil form. He's got green all over him. And he looks like he's huge and like demonic, pretty much looking. And oh my god. And then the fight keeps coming. And then, yeah, they get this huge fight. Another Dragon Ball Z style fight. Overlord Black Panther just creates this huge spirit bomb, essentially. And then they fight in the air. And then it turns into this portal and they get sucked into it. And then they now. Yeah, and then they go into it. And then Viraj is gets this like while they're inside there, Overlord Black Panther kind of gets in his head and creates all the like the, all those people getting mad at him, and then you know, and then his wife dying or queen dying, so wife dying. Um, and then we get this origin story of, and then yeah, Napoleon comes and saves him from all of this and talks to him, and then reminds Viraj that you are indeed Napoleon. Because when he was a kid, his father told him the story of Napoleon, the great conqueror, and he even dressed as him too. Yeah, and then they have this epic battle in there, and then Viraj just creates this big lightning bolt. The one that so when him and Napoleon were training, the burst that he shot at him and then he dodges, he uses that and destroys, just takes out Overlord Black Panther, and then the Spirit Bomb takes him out, leaves a crater. Viraj is in the middle, and it seems like he's dead, but he's not. And then they win. Then it flash forwards to a week, and we see them rebuilding the village. And then, of course, the monkey is telling the story of the epic battle they had to all the younger wolves there. And then Viraj enters his throne room, and the elephant advisor gives him his crown back. Viraj takes it, and then has this epic speech, and all his people are just like, "Yeah, Viraj, Viraj," and then we get credits. Yeah, there's credits, guys. Very interesting. But yeah, but yeah. So just gonna give you my final thoughts. So the pros of this is amazing story and world building for a bite-sized show. That's going to be the ongoing trend because that's what Rocket Reels is all about. Short form content, but being like it's bingeable shows that are pretty much short form content. And for this, an amazing story and world building, amazing for a show like this. Amazing character designs, and the music and sound were pretty good here. Amazing when compared to the last one, especially. Cons: the AI voices can be jarring and very inconsistent at times. On the note, the AI also likes to just change the look of characters. It can be very inconsistent with that too, from episode to episode. And then I said some scenes probably could have been cut. There's a lot of I felt like filler scenes, and I'm just like, this is like you guys. Your longest episode in this show is 3 minutes. Why are you giving us filler content with 3 minutes? Like what? And then some scenes could have been expanded upon. Honestly, quite frankly. And then the editing could have been a lot better in some scenes. Some scenes it felt like it was just rushed, or like the click and drag animation style and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that could have been edited better in post production, probably. But overall, this one, guys, surprising enough. So, Black Widow: The Curse got 2.5 rockets out of 5. This one, guys, gets 3.5 rockets out of 5. I thought it was pretty good. It was amazing. Like not perfect, but just like right there midway. Really good. For what it gave us. But yeah, guys, that's it. This one is a lot shorter than the first episode, purely for the fact that um, first one I did episode by episode breakdowns. This one I'm just going to kind of go through the talking points, just kind of go through them. Instead of going episode to episode, I'm just going to kind of briefly go through it. Like I write everything down for all my episodes. I didn't do that purely to talk through every episode. Originally I did, but now I'm using it more as like a guideline for talking points to kind of talk through the episodes. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's it. That's episode 2, Rocket Reels Reviews, episode 2 in the bag. Episode 3 is going to be Arabian Nights Season 1. There's 3 of them. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and then 3. So we're doing Arabian Nights 1 first, and that's going to be episode 3 of Rocket Reels Reviews episode, guys. Yeah, so that is it. Rocket Reels Reviews episode 2 in the bag. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Leave a like. Comment down below what you guys think. Like, if you've watched this show, tell me what you think. And tell me what you think about my review as well, and how, whether or not you agree with me on some points. And, yeah. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys, so you don't miss out anytime I upload. Oh yeah, that's it. See you guys next time. Peace.